Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we read diving deep into the heart of Kashmiri cuisine to cook up one of its most iconic dishes, the magnificent Rogan Josh. This isn't just a curry. It's a symphony of aromatic spices and tender, fall-off-the-bone meat that will transport you straight to the beautiful valleys of Kashmir. It's a rich, flavorful, and deeply satisfying dish that's surprisingly straightforward to make at home. So, if you're ready to create a truly spectacular meal that will wow your friends and family, you're in the right place. Let's get cooking. First, let's talk about our star ingredient, the meat. Traditionally, Rogan Josh is made with lamb or goat. For this recipe, I'm using about 2 pounds, or just under a kilogram, of bone-in lamb shoulder, cut into generous 2-inch pieces. The bone is crucial here because it adds so much depth and richness to the gravy as it cooks. If you prefer boneless, that's fine too. Just be mindful of the cooking time. Make sure your meat is at room temperature before you start. It helps it cook more evenly. Next up, the foundation of our flavor, the aromatics and spices. Rogan Josh gets its name and its signature vibrant red color from a specific ingredient, Kashmiri red chili powder. Don't be scared by the color. It is much milder than regular chili powder and is prized for its beautiful hue rather than intense heat. We'll also need a ground fennel, cardamom. For our whole spices, we have a few bay leaves, some black cardamom pods, cloves, a stick of cinnamon, and a little mace. This combination is what gives Rogan Josh its unique, fragrant, and warming character. We'll also need some yogurt. Use full-fat plain yogurt, and make sure to whisk it well until it's completely smooth. This will prevent it from splitting when we add it to the hot pan. The yogurt adds a lovely tanginess and creaminess that balances the richness of the meat and the warmth of the spices. And finally, the cooking fat. Ghee, or clarified butter, is the traditional choice and it adds an unbeatable, nutty flavor. If you don't have ghee, a neutral oil like vegetable or sunflower oil will work just fine. All right, let's head over to the stove. Start by heating a generous amount of ghee in a heavy-bottomed pot or a Dutch oven over medium-high heat. We want the pot nice and hot. Once the ghee is shimmering, it's time to add our whole spices, the bay leaves, black cardamom, cloves, cinnamon stick, and mace. Let them sizzle for about 30 seconds until they become fragrant. This process, called blooming the spices, releases their essential oils and is key to building a deep flavor base. Now, carefully add the lamb pieces to the pot. Don't overcrowd the pan. Work in batches if you need to. We want to sear the meat on all sides until it's beautifully browned. This searing creates a delicious crust and locks in the juices. Don't rush this step. This browning process is where a lot of the flavor is developed. Once all the lamb is browned, remove it from the pot and set it aside for a moment. Lower the heat to medium-low. Now, it's time for our powdered spices. We're going to make a paste. In a small bowler, ground ginger, ground fennel, and a pinch of asafoetida, also known as hing, with a little bit of water. The asafoetida adds a unique savory, almost onion garlic-like, flavor. Adding water prevents the spices from burning when they hit the hot ghee. Pour this spice paste into the pot and cook it for about a minute, stirring constantly. Until the raw smell disappears and the oil starts to separate from the paste, you'll see that beautiful red color come alive. Now for the yogurt. Turn the heat down to low. It's very important to add the whisked yogurt gradually, a little at a time, stirring continuously. This prevents the yogurt from curdling. Keep stirring until all the yogurt is incorporated and the mixture is smooth. Cook for another 2 to 3 minutes until the ghee starts to surface again. This shows that the yogurt is cooked through. It's time to reunite our lamb with this gorgeous aromatic gravy. Return the browned lamb pieces to the pot, along with any juices that have collected on the plate. Give everything a good stir to coat the meat evenly with the spice and yogurt mixture. Now, add about 2 cups of hot water and salt to taste. The water should be just enough to almost cover the meat. Bring the mixture to a gentle boil. Once it's boiling, reduce the heat to the lowest possible setting. Cover the pot with a tight-fitting lid, and now we wait. This is where the magic happens. We're going to let it simmer slowly for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. The low and slow cooking process is what makes the lamb incredibly tender and allows all those wonderful flavors to meld together. Check on it occasionally, giving it a stir to make sure nothing is sticking to the bottom of the pot. After about an hour and a half, lift the lid. The aroma that hits you will be absolutely incredible. You'll see a rich, red layer of ghee has risen to the top. That's the Rogan in Rogan Josh. The gravy will have thickened. And the meat should be so tender that it's practically falling off the bone. You can test it with a fork. It should go in with no resistance. If it's still a bit tough, just put the lid back on and let it cook for another 20 to 30 minutes. To finish the dish, we'll add our final touch of flavor. Stir in the ground cardamom powder. This is added at the end to preserve its delicate, floral aroma. Let it simmer for just another 2 minutes. Then turn off the heat. Let the Rogan Josh rest for about 10 to 15 minutes before serving. This allows the flavors to settle and deepen even further. And there you have it. A stunning, authentic, and absolutely delicious homemade rogosh. Look, Lord, succulent mea. The gravy is rich, aromatic, and packed with layers of flavor. To serve, I love to spoon it over some fluffy basmati rice or serve it alongside some fresh, warm naan bread to soak up all that incredible gravy. You can garnish it with some fresh cilantro or mint leaves for a bit of freshness if you like. This is a dish that's perfect for a special occasion, a weekend dinner, or any time you want to treat yourself to something truly extraordinary. It's a labor of love, but every single minute is worth it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you give this Rogan Josh recipe a try. If you do, let me know how it turns out in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more delicious recipes. See you next time.